more successful you were able to become. Now, I used to be a person that hated that saying that everybody would say, it's only a failure if you don't take anything from it. And I always hated it just because you've already failed, you're frustrated. You don't want to hear that from somebody. You don't want to hear, so you want to be able to wallow in your pity instead of being able to better your life from that moment. And it was always something frustrating for me to hear. And a couple years down the road, I then learned how I could benefit it and use it for my benefit in my own life. And so today, I'd like to be able to give that back to you guys and inform you um, how this mindset can help you, how and why I learned this and who I learned it from, what the change did for me, and again, what it can do for you. And so to start my first point here with how I learned it and who I learned it from. And that goes way back to when I was just a kid, and it first started with my father. And that was just the fact that anytime I came to him with a problem, he always told me to have a solution and not a problem, and that there's too many problems in this world, not enough solutions, and therefore also finding the benefit in the failure instead of being a failure. You want to find the benefit instead of being the problem. You want to be the solution. And again, that's why I actually wore my sleeves rolled up for this presentation because me and my father both have this tattooed, and the camera's reversed, so you can't really see it. But it says "Be the solution." It's something that me and my father preached and told everyone in our family and everyone around us for very long. So it was one of my first tattoos, and it was the one that has meant the most to me with him, and it's something that I use in every little aspect of my life. Now, what the change did for me was mainly just allowing me to not just sit and wallow in my pity. And granted, with every problem or failure that you have, it is okay to understand what happened and understand that it is not something that you would ideally like to happen. And that's okay to have that feeling of doubt and defeat. But what really means something is not letting that stick around and then weeding through all those bad thoughts and the what ifs and everything and turning those what ifs into good things. What if I use this to succeed? What if I use this to go apply this in a bad situation I have with the company? Or what if I use this bad situation, if there's nothing that I can personally take out of it to better myself, what if I take this opportunity to tell someone else so then if this happens to them, they are able to benefit themselves? And that's a personal win for you and for someone else. And that's just something that you should want to do generally in life. But especially in this scenario where you're trying to find that success and failure, and not only for yourself, but for people around you. And that also kind of plays into how I necessarily learned it was mainly, this is pretty funny, but watching my sister fail and repeatedly get in trouble and all this stuff. Um, it's not that I didn't do the things that she did. It's the fact that I learned from the things that she did and took away how I could get away with it or how I could not get in trouble for it. And that's something that really inspired me later in life to then apply this finding success and failure to my workplace, where I quickly grew in the workforce and became a foreman by 17 years old and was running my own crew comfortably by 18. I then took that a lot amount of time as a leader to then fail more and learn more, and to the point where I decided to take my endeavors to my own private business and start my own private company. And now, at the ripe age of 19 as of today, I am running my own company, and we're drawing profits weekly, and it is going very well. And every day I end up making another mistake, and every day I learn a little bit more. And that's just part of being that business owner. Now, how this will change your life is really up to how you use it. But for an overall change, it really depends on how much you want to put into it and how long you want to stick with this mindset. And I hope that all of you can take something away from this and apply it for the rest of your life and let it slowly creep up and gain throughout your life. Or someone you can put your head to it like I did, for example, and just put your head to it to change your mindset. And my situation where I decided to do that was I was actually put on bed rest for about 3 months for a kidney rupture. I only have one kidney now, but it gave me a lot of time just with myself, being able to change that mindset and create the type of person that I wanted to be. And this was the main thing that I was able to take from it, was finding success and failure, and even that whole situation. I found so much success in the fact that I was put on bed rest and lost 3 months of my life, missed half of my senior year, and I was able to take benefits away from it because I could find the good thing in every bad thing that happened, and which also helped my mindset, helped me stay happier, helped me get through it, helped the people around me stay inspired, and overall, it can do wonders for your life. And whether that's not even in a business or a successful aspect, if you're just wanting to, um, if you're just wanting to better your life and be a happier person, this is the place for you to be. And the best place for you to learn it is two of my best examples of this is a podcast that I started listening to when I was about 14 years old. I've been a big podcast listener just because when I work or when I'm driving, I like to listen to talking rather than music. And that podcast is the MF CEO by Andy Frisella. And he's a huge, influential CEO in the modern day that has really climbed very fast. And his specific reasoning to why I relate with him so much, is because he was once a kid my age that was depressed, unhappy with his life, was barely making it through till he decided that he just didn't want to feel like crap anymore. And so he made that change in his life. And another two people that did identical things to him, just not taken to the influencer side of media, was Jocko Willings and Leif Babin, who wrote Extreme Ownership, which is a book that was published in 2008. And it's been an amazing book for me to read. I've actually read it multiple times, and I take something new away from it every time. And I think that'd be a great thing for you guys to read and really just take in. Now, I'm going to have to come to the end of my presentation here, as much as I would like to just keep preaching my own Bible, as I could say. This is something I believe in a lot, and so I can get a little carried away. But ending it here, I just want to let you guys know that anytime that you want to introduce this type of mindset into your lifestyle is the right time, and any little increment can help. Even if you're not looking at your own failures, you're looking at someone else's failures and learning from that. That is where you can start and get into this. Um, the topics that I covered today were how and who I learned this from, what the mindset change did for me, and how I think it'll benefit you guys. And to wrap up today, thank you all for listening. I would love to keep rambling on about this. And honestly, if anybody wants to reach out to me and talk to me more about it, I never really shut my mouth about it. So thank you guys, and you guys have a great day.